some of that and put it in a Ziploc bag and save it for a rainy day. It is a rainy day. Thanks, that's so nice. Please, you're the last one. Sit down. Thank you very much. You didn't know everybody had sat down. You were by yourself and almost. So embarrassing. All right, thanks a whole lot. That's really nice of you. And so back right at you. And oh, it's raining. It's raining. For those of you in other parts of the country, what's happening? It's a wet one, is what they say. It's a batten down the hatches, get your galoshes and keep dry. And I really especially want to thank everybody here today. Everybody was out in the rain waiting for the show, and thank you so much for braving the elements. And then you're sitting in here next to someone you don't know wearing wool, which is not nothing like wet wool. There's a fabric with memory. Just add water and you get a sheep, really, basically. But the thing is, we're freaking out here when it rains because we don't expect it in California. There was a song, "It Never Rains in California." Girl, let me warn you, whatever. But it's just a song. It's not true. But because we don't expect the rain. We flip out when it rains because just several days ago, there were people just sitting poolside in lounge chairs sipping on gin and tonics, and they were the first ones hit. And then they warned the others. It's interesting, some people know it's going to rain. We were talking to one of our writers, Greg Fitzsimmons' wife, said that... It's the ghost of Usher. He was here, and so once in a while, he'll come back, and I don't mind it. I actually look forward to it, and so I won't get rid of him. I don't know what that was, but I liked it. And you're looking at me like, you don't look at me. Yeah. It's the downstairs neighbors again. Stop it! Anyway, so one of our writers, Greg Fitzsimmons, his wife knows when it's going to rain. She said the other day, she said, my toe is throbbing. And she knows when her toe throbs when it's going to rain. Her name is Erin, and we call her Throbbing Toe Fitzsimmons. But I don't know if you have that, but I have like a hip thing sometimes when it's going to rain. You can feel when it's going to rain. But everything is all different when it rains here. Everything swells up. The doors are hard to open. The windows are hard to open. I couldn't button my pants this morning, and it's different. We've had a fair amount of rain. In some areas, they say it's rained a foot. So we're not acting like we're wimps around here, but because in some areas it has rained a lot. But it hasn't like wreaked havoc or anything. Just enough rain to panic people. I can't find my poncho, I need to put baggies over my flip-flops. Everybody starts trying to figure out how to adjust. A couple of industries really rake in on the one day a year that it rains. The windshield wiper people really do well because we don't use windshield wipers here. They're all dried. We don't even call them windshield wipers. They're parking ticket holders as far as we're concerned. They're just like little strippers. Some people leave them there as long as possible, hoping they'll fly off. But really, we're not prepared at all. Even I noticed that no one has umbrellas either. We don't think about an umbrella at all. And so when it rains, you just grab, the patio furniture umbrella and you're that huge thing down the street praying that it doesn't wind the pool. People really, it's just so funny to me that people act like it's a monster in a horror movie or something. They're looking out the window. Did you see it? It's out there. It went away for a second, but then it came back. Let's call the sheriff. It's rain. It's just water. Our bodies are 80% water. The earth is 80% water. The drinks at happy hour are 80% water. Nothing happy about that. That's not happy. People are always happy when it rains. People even do rain dances to make it rain. I'm actually going to dance today to pray for it to stop. Make me dance. I'm going to freak your freaking freak out. I don't want anybody to fall into a rut here, and I thought this would be fun. This is green screen, is what this is. Anything can happen behind me. Everyone should have a green screen in their house. Have a seat, by the way, because then you're just standing the rest of the show before you know it. And I'm glad I got you on your feet, because that's what's going to happen. And this is Tony.
Hey.
Look at this, watch. Put Tony here, and I can just sit on his shoulder, actually. Right there. Okay, good. That's good. All right. Just like that. Ow!
Sorry.
Oh. Johnny! I can rub my hands through your hair. It's the greatest thing. It's so much fun. And also I can check on the weather. What's going on outside? That's a live shot outside. Oh, I'm flying. Whoa! Yeah, look at those. It's not raining right now, but those clouds look like it's going to pour. We're going to keep checking in. Looks like we shoot at a prison, doesn't it? It's that's the audience is inside. That's our audience right there. The reason I do this is because I know a lot of people care about the weather right now. One thing I realized, once it starts raining, you really care about the weather. And I know people want to watch the show and they're torn. They're like, should I watch the show and laugh and giggle and be tickled, or however they put it, whatever we're doing to them. Some people say, oh, the show tickles me. And so whatever we do, I don't mind. And so I thought, well, we want to be able to inform you as well as make you laugh. And so we thought that we would keep you abreast of what the weather is, and so we will give you the weather and make you laugh. It's possible. It can be done. So let's take a look right here. What's happening right here? There's a lot of activity is happening right here. You can see what's happening right here is from Africa. It's coming in from a low, high pressure barometric thing. With the Turkish Panhandle Peninsula. And over here in California is what we'll see. Oh, it's a boy. Look, right there, you can tell. It's a boy. Congratulations, Mother Nature. All right, yeah, that's how you can tell, right there. It's a precious little boy. But the barometric pressure is high, just locally high. And, all right, so gusts, we're talking about big, big gusts. There's, of course, Minneapolis right there, still there. And down below, you've got Chicago, and you've got all the areas in New York City, and everything's okay, and then Denver. So, and if that doesn't put a bounce in your step, we're going to have El Nino later this week. So, that's right. And so, oh, and here's the important thing for today. This is future stuff for today. Today's forecast. Coming out of the east, we've got Susan Sarandon coming. She's an Academy Award-winning actress, and she has a new movie called Shall We Dance? And then later in the day, we'll be dipping into the 80s with Duran Duran. Who's going to be here? New CD is called Astronaut. That's right. Also, you want to be careful if you're thinking about going surfing. There's an Undertow, which is the name of the movie that Dermot Mulroney's in. And Dermot Mulroney's here. Also, my book is, I want to thank everybody. It's on the bestsellers, on the paperback. Thank you for that. That's big. If it's raining, you should always have one with you, because the paperback is light and easy to carry, and you can protect yourself from the weather. Look how big it is. You can, several people could go under that, and you could be, or even if it's hot, you can fan yourself. It's always good to have the, funny thing is, and also everybody in the audience is taking one home for free. I'm guaranteeing it. it's still live. It's outside, and there's Houston. Houston, playing in the water. All right, so it has been rainy. You can see that he's, all right, Houston. Oh, boy. All right. So you're all inside, and you're warm, and that's one of the things that people do when they come in to the show. They wait outside for a while. They come in, and everybody gets warm. The way they keep warm is by dancing. And I was in my dressing room before the show watching everybody dance. Good dancers. Not from today, but here are some of our favorites that we've had. We have this woman right here who brings back the twist. Actually, she keeps... she's got a lot of movements going, and I was... Oh, who's she looking at? She keeps looking at somebody. All right, now she knows the words, and here she gets dirty right here. Who they are? She likes the Donna Summer. Okay, and then I can go through them. They're doing the London Bridge thing. Okay, she's my favorite. Her belt is way too high, but she's got a little itch, and she's got to get, now she feels better when she does the itch. She's happy as can be. Happy? There she goes. I like her a lot. Okay. I'm all warmed up. When we come back, Susan Sarandon's going to be sitting. She'll be sitting right here when we come back. Susan Sarandon. We'll be right back. Our first guest is an amazing actress whose memorable films include Bull Durham, Thelma and Louise, and Dead Man Walking. She currently stars in the new movie Shall We Dance? Please welcome Academy Award winner Susan Sarandon. Yeah. They came in earlier, actually, than they normally do because of the rain. So
I thank you for the rain, because I left in rain and I came here today from New York, where it's raining. So it made the transition so easy because it's cold and rainy here.
You don't have jet lag at all.
I
It's
feel
like
I'm in the same place.
Yeah.
Just with a little green screen or something.
Yeah. Anyone can make it however you want the weather. And hotel rooms should have green screens, so you could make it, a view that you want, anything.
I like that idea.
People that you want to be in there, anything you want.
You're a master at green screen.
Well, that's what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look fantastic.
Thanks. I made an effort.
Yeah, you look really great. Who makes that?
This is Dolce & Gabbana. Dolce makes good suits.
Yes.
I've been wearing all the ones I've had for 20 years, and finally I said, I'm going on Ellen, and could I get a new suit? And they sent it, but I might have to give it back. But for today, it's fun.
Now I was going to say, Tim Robbins was here. What is he?
He had a great time, by the way.
I loved him. He was fantastic. Yeah. He's your boyfriend? He's your partner? What do you call him?
It depends on the day.
Okay. Today?
He responds to Hockey God. He likes that. Sometimes the kids call him Tim. Sometimes I call him Dad. Sometimes I just say, hey.
Yeah. And today we'll just call him Tim.
We'll call him Tim.
Or your lover.
Yeah, my lover.
Your lover.
He was just out on the road with his band, so now he's kind of a rock and roll guy. He was on that tour to get out the vote, and he opened for Pearl Jam, so he's really hip now.
He opened for Pearl Jam?
Yeah.
What does he play?
He plays the guitar, and he was singing some of the Bob Roberts songs, kind of as punk songs.
Of course,
and then some other protest things that he rewrote and kind of to bring them up to date. So now he's in a completely different space.
So he's like a rock star.
He's a rock star, yeah. And that makes me like Patty Hansen.
Yeah.
I'm at home just waiting. Occasionally I take the kids out to meet him.
Does that feel good?
It's very loud. But yeah, it's fun to see him having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're a great couple. And I've never really met either of you before, but I think you're both fantastic. And now, between the Academy Awards, do you keep them someplace where you start showing them off together?
Do you know what? We keep them in a bathroom because we're in a loft and there's not a lot of wall space and we don't have a screening room. So we just started putting them in this guest bathroom, which turned into what the kids call the famous bathroom, which is now pretty full of all little statues. And the strange thing is that his is taller than mine.
No, it's not.
Seriously. I mean, it's still anatomically incorrect, both of them, but his is taller. So I think that either the stand is taller, and so many years I don't know, is the gold standard? I don't know.
So many years, they're not that far apart.
No, but mine's shorter.
Well, you should
Seriously,
get that checked out.
I should get
somebody
that
has
checked out.
somebody has a fake one.
Oh my God, wouldn't that be
How
horrible?
could they be slightly different in size?
I think maybe it's the stand, they changed the base or something. I don't know, I haven't really dealt with it seriously,
Yeah.
because he likes his to be taller.
He probably added something to it.
He might have,
Yeah.
it might have lips in its
Yeah.
heels or
That's
something.
exactly right.
That stature.
You
I
look
didn't
there-
think of that, I'll have to check it
He's
out.
got heels on suddenly. He's taking it off.
Yeah. Could be. I don't know.
And you live in New York? You live...
I was born in New York, and after I finished college, I came back there, so I've been there all the time since, like, you know, since it was happening in the 70s, really.
And in the same place, or have you...
No, I've
Well,
been
not the
I've been
same
going
exact- yeah.
downtown, and we live downtown now. And he was actually was brought up. I was in Jackson Heights for a while, and he was in the Village. His dad was a folk singer in the Village.
Right.
But then he came out to California, went to school here, and was pretty much here. He has an acting company that he started when he was in college, called the Actors Gang. And then when we got together after Bull Durham, he moved his record collection and everything to New York, and then I knew it was really serious.
Yeah.
And eventually we had property and
That's such a-
children, and now here we are.
It's such a like a boyfriend thing, and then he moved his record collection in with me, and like that's how he moved in his record collection. So, but you don't have a country house, or you're in the city. You
No,
stay
we
there.
do have. We have a country house that's about an hour out.
I love New York. I've never lived there, but I love New York.
Oh,
and I
they would love you,
yeah,
definitely.
I
It's
would-
very much, it's fun. It's a user-friendly, you know, it's hard to be in your car so much here. I mean, I don't know how many people here, not from here, but when you're from a city, you know, it makes me like Prague and Venice and Rome, places where you can get around on foot, because I'm not used to having to get in my car and plan things.
Yeah.
You know, if you run into somebody here, you've had an accident.
Yes. Yeah. Now, I was gonna. First of all, I want to congratulate you on the. You're now doing Revlon commercials, which is. I think that's amazing
Yeah.
that they're now hiring instead of 18-year-old girls.
Well,
that-
they
that
usually
you're-
fire people when they're younger than I am, so this was kind of amazing that they thought, oh, maybe people when they get over 40 still use cosmetics.
I think that's fantastic. So I applaud Revlon for doing that.
Yeah.
Because you know.
Yeah, it was fun. We did one thing that actually Bob Altman directed that's going to be on, I don't know, in December or something, with all of the gals, all those gorgeous gals, Halle Berry and Eva Mendes, and all of them.
Yeah,
Whom
Julianne
I forget
Moore.
Julianne Moore.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
The commercials are beautiful. We found something. I know you started out modeling, and we found a commercial that you were in that my name's in it too, which I was really happy to see. Let's take a look at you in this commercial. It's hilarious.
Hi! Ellen! You're an hour after hour lady. Try 5 miles a day of housework and chasing 2 kids. You'd need it to help stay dry, too.
We've got 4 kids.
Then you really need hour after hour double dry. It's the long-distance antiperspirant. Got a continuous action formula that fights wetness mile after mile.
No kidding.
No.
That makes 3 of us.
Yeah.
Hour after hour, double dry.
So happy.
It's so, well, I actually, Diane Keaton did this before me, and I replaced her. So I was kind of doing a little Diane Keaton. But, you know, I love the idea that they hired like a 20-year-old to have 4 children in a commercial.
Right. 4. Yeah.
4?
Yeah. And
Wow.
y'all so happy about
I was so happy
antiperspirant.
having that thing on my chest, whatever I was doing.
I didn't even really understand it fully.
I
It was
don't
just
either.
enjoyable to watch.
I was talking so fast.
You were talking so fast. And
I had to do films
and
after
you sprayed
that.
it
I
right in her
couldn't.
face. If we would have had a master shot of that, it was like where she was leaning. We sprayed it.
Yeah.
All right, listen, we have to take a break. We'll be back with more Susan Sarandon right after this. We're back with Susan Sarandon.
That's so, everyone goes, oh.
I know.
Now you haven't even seen the movie or love the movie, you
Yes.
dancing fools.
Really, really. Exactly. That's what she was saying during the commercial, that they're going to love the movie.
It's
all
all
about dancing and how great.
Healing of dancing and fun dancing. and-
Except
yeah.
that Richard, who plays your husband, and you're a good couple, you and Richard.
Yeah.
But he keeps the secret from you that seems so ridiculous.
No, what's his problem?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Obviously, it starts with lust, I think that's why, because he sees Jennifer through a window and becomes interested, and then after he's spoken with her and she's made it very clear that it's not going to go anywhere, he becomes more interested
Then
in
he
dance.
then he changes his mind.
Then he kind of channels that energy into tango and things.
Yeah.
But there's this whole really wonderful world of all these great actors that are in the dance world, and so then eventually I find out that it's only dancing. I assume it's something else. Blah 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 blah.
Don't give the whole thing away. Don't give it away.
I won't
Now,
give the whole thing away,
Yeah.
but it's fun, and it's very funny, and that wasn't so funny, but the rest
Yeah.
of the movie's funny.
yeah. Well, that's towards the end of the.
Towards
it's
the very end.
whole-
Now you know.
Now you know how it ends.
He's a flower delivery guy,
Yeah.
and he works in a department store.
And they could be believing you because they.
It's in the
That's
movie.
not true.
And the person from the studio just fell
Yeah.
in a heap over there
But-
in the corner.
The good news is it all works out in the end.
Yeah, yeah.
Oddly enough.
Yes.
All right. So and also you have Alfie coming out.
Alfie, the remake of the Michael Caine film with Jude Law, and a bevy of beauties.
A
some
bevy of
women
beauties,
that are
and you take a
great.
bath with Jude Law. Is that right?
Well, I don't know that you still see the bath, but we do things. We do things.
Mm-hmm.
But
Really?
yeah, we touch and but nothing that my children. Yeah. But it's more mental, but nothing that my children would be too embarrassed about, because
Yeah.
they do tend to get humiliated when I even move, let alone bear anything.
Well, it'd be weird to see your mom like in a sex scene with somebody else.
Absolutely. It's weird to see your mom even on the screen. They don't go to any of my movies, so
Right.
can you imagine?
Really? They
Yeah,
don't?
yeah. Well, if they're in it, they get the tape and they fast forward.
That's hilarious.
Like in Stepmom, they were all in Stepmom and they didn't see the movie. They just went to their part.
But so there's not, yeah, because there's nothing in here that they couldn't see.
Well, they don't want to. They're not interested in me kissing someone else. They're not interested in me kissing Tim. They say,
Yeah.
get a room. What? If we're dancing in the kitchen, they're like, oh, please.
Oh,
they
that's cute.
call me hippie.
Well,
Hippie, they
that's
call me.
a good thing.
Yeah.
And you and Tim dance in the kitchen?
We do dance in the kitchen. My
That's
kids are all
adorable.
really good dancers too. And when my daughter finally started dancing with me, because she's 19 now, and for a while she was humiliated also. And then there was a part, she's at college, so she won't see this, so it's not so bad to talk about her. But she started dancing with me because she's a really hot dancer, really
Really?
good dancer, yeah. And that was really so nice when she went full circle, and then we could kind of all dance together again.
That's great. That's a
Yeah.
good family all dancing in the kitchen together.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good marriage. Or it's not a marriage. He's a hey.
thing,
That's who
yeah.
he is. All right, Shall We Dance is in theaters now. Look for Susan and Alfie in theaters November 5th. Duran performs right after this. Don't go away. You'll remember our next guest from the films About Schmidt, My Best Friend's Wedding, and his guest appearance on Friends. Now you can see him in the new film Undertow. Please welcome the handsome Dermot Mulroney. They're good. Everybody comments on the crowd. They're a good crowd.
That's money in the bank,
They're
right?
always good, but this is an extra good crowd.
Right.
So we were actually in, I'm going to remind you, not that you needed to be reminded, but the people need to be. We were in a movie called Goodbye Lover together.
right.
And that
It's a
was.
fantastic film experience.
Yes, it was a great experience.
Yeah. No, and people really enjoyed the film as well.
A lot of people liked it. It didn't quite do so well, but
No.
I thought it was an interesting concept. I loved the director. I
Me
loved
too, Roland Joffe and
yeah.
Patricia Arquette, Don Johnson.
Yeah.
They went through a reshoot on the film, though. A lot of these studio films will do that.
Yes.
In that they want to fix this piece or add that, or in this case, they had made this decision to reshoot because of the cards at this test screening.
focus group, yeah.
A focus group type of thing. They take people off the street. And at the end of the movie, originally, I think Ellen was killed by a hypodermic needle to the neck,
Yeah,
wasn't that it?
Patricia Arquette kills me in the end of the movie.
Yeah, but at this focus group, one card came back that said, Ellen no die. So they spent millions of dollars reshooting
It
the
wasn't
ending, and
bec-
Ellen lives
No,
at the
it wasn't
end.
because of that one card. But
I
this
believe that it
person
was.
scribbled Ellen no die across the entire
Yeah.
card, and really angrily, like, how dare you?
That's right.
So,
That's right.
Yeah, and then we had to go back 6 months later and shoot a different ending
That's
because
right.
of a focus group. It's amazing.
I was in favor of it.
Yeah, yeah. Ellen no die, and
Ellen no die.
it was probably like a 4-year-old who just was learning the words all the words they knew was Ellen and no and die.
And die.
Yeah, right. So Halloween is coming up soon, and I know that it's your birthday. So
That's
do you
right.
do you have a double celebration on your birthday and Halloween? Do you dress up because it's your birthday?
I usually dress up. Yeah, last year I was Woody. You know, from Toy Story.
Yes, oh, okay. I thought you meant Harrelson. I thought, well, what is that?
No,
That's weird.
that would be weird.
Yeah.
But and usually otherwise I'm just a robot.
And this year? You always you'll just be a robot?
Yeah.
Why, do you have
Well,
an
because I
outfit?
figured out when I was a kid how to do it with the dryer hoses and the shoe boxes for the feet.
Uh-huh.
And it works great every year. Yeah.
And you'll be a robot again this year?
I might be.
Yeah.
It depends on what my son wants me to be, really.
Yeah,
at this
now how
point.
old is Clyde now?
Clyde's 5.
5.
Yeah.
Now, so he will be dressing up for sure.
Yeah, and he's going to be a Power Ranger, Dino Thunder.
That's what every kid wants to be, either
Yes.
Spider-Man or a Power Ranger.
That's right.
And you'll take him around?
I will, for certain.
Do you live no, you moved since I've seen you.
We live on the west side, and we'll go over to this little cousin's house, Stella, and go trick-or-treating, do the whole thing.
That's
sure.
very fun.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, now, Catherine Keener. I don't know if you know his wife, Catherine Keener, lovely actress, Catherine Keener. And I don't know this. This is why it's good to have you on the show, because we're friends.
Correct.
We know each other socially, but I don't ask you these kind of questions.
There was a party that you were invited to recently that I went to that you didn't go to, which seemed unusual.
Yeah.
You were taking care of the cats, I believe. That was the
Is that the
excuse that was
excuse?
given.
I was home taking care of
I
the cats.
thought maybe you were working or something. I mean, do you have a job?
Yeah. I go home and sleep usually. I don't go out that
Yeah.
much anymore.
Yeah, I found myself doing that
I know.
quite a bit.
I heard y'all were at that party. But
Exactly.
It was a fun party, I heard.
Yeah.
No, the cats needed help. I don't know what I was doing. But anyway, so Catherine, this is my question, because I know that y'all have been together for about 14 years.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I don't even
And
know.
then some, really.
Really?
Well, really
Where
almost
did-
18 and a half or something,
where
but
did-
who's
where did-
counting?
18 and a half is amazing.
Yeah, we'll be married 14 years next month.
And where did you meet?
We met on a film set. It was my magnum opus, really. Survival Quest.
Wait, let me,
No?
if you don't, this is Catherine. I'm talking and you don't.
Oh, yeah, look
there
at her.
she
She
is.
looks great.
Doesn't she?
Yeah.
All right, you look great too. All right, so you met her on the film.
I did, and there was a catastrophe on the set one day. Really a very severe near drowning experience. It was kind of a wilderness movie with some action scenes that were not very well thought out. In that we were in clothes, no life preservers. It's very, very dangerous river sequence. And so I get out of the water, and then I see Catherine going by and other cast members, just literally on down the rapids. So I kind of went in to try
Just after her.
Yeah.
Everybody
yeah.
else was floating, and
no,
you just
they
went
were
after.
fine.
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
went in to
Yeah.
look after Catherine. So we hit it off. We were already friends by then, but
Yeah.
I think she attributes some of that to
Well,
why we're up to 18 and a half years.
Yeah. Well, you saved her life. She owes you.
Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
suppose you're right.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's sweet.
As long as she thinks that and you think that,
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah. No, y'all are a good couple.
Yeah,
You're a very
thank
cute
you.
couple. All right, we have to take a break, and when we come back, you're an amazing cello player. I know that. I don't know how many other people know that, but I don't know if you know that I am also.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well, let's do a duet.
So we're going to do a duet together, you and I. We're going to play cello together. We'll be
Right
right
on.
back with Dermot
Thank you.
Mulroney. Back with Dermot Mulroney. And that's a clip from Undertow, which I was telling him I saw, and it's, oh my God, and it's based on a true story. Or they say.
They say it's based on a true story.
It's very upsetting. It's a thriller kind of.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I was real proud of it.
Yeah, but you're great. The acting is great, and that's Josh
Josh Lucas.
from Alabama, Sweet Home Alabama.
That's right.
Is that
That's
the
right.
name
And
of it?
Jamie Bell also has another prominent
Jamie
role.
Bell, who's Billy Elliot, and then
Yeah.
that little adorable boy who
Devin
was,
Allen, who's
oh
fantastic in the
my God,
film.
that
plays
little boy
his
is
son.
adorable.
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic.
So what do you want to play? Do you
I don't-
recognize this one? Right?
Hungry Like the Wolf, you were playing on the cello. All right, what else? What's easy to play? And does it matter how you hold it?
It doesn't matter how you hold it, no.
No?
No, you can hold it any way you please. A little louder.
Louder?
Good, that's all. Everything
What do
else
you mean
is
louder?
perfect.
How do you make it louder?
I'm not sure. Press harder, I guess. Here, we'll, it's like music.
All right.
Let's play a little duet. You
All
ready?
right, great.
gonna play right after I play. Ready?
Oh, okay.
Fantastic.
Undertow opens in select theaters this Friday. One more thing right after this. I want to thank Susan Sarandon and Dermot Mulroney. Oh, and one more thing. Today's our 201st show, and the one that our co-executive producer and rabid Duran Duran fan, Andy Lassner, has been waiting for all his life. So please join him in welcoming back Duran Duran!